Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Lumley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for May 20th to June 1st. May 20th to 24th. The pattern remains generally changed since yesterday. We have a trough here near the Aleutians, also here across eastern Canada and Greenland, and we have a weak trough here in the southwest, and we have above normal heights across much of the nation. Widespread rainfall is forecast across the northwest and the northern Rockies. Southern stream energy is forecast to track slowly northeastward from the Rockies to the Central Plains states and will be the focus for anomalously deep moisture and instability to fuel heavier local convection. A summer boundary will persist and will be reinforced from the plains to the Mississippi and Ohio valleys to the northeast. Hot and humid conditions will persist to the south of the front. Instability and moisture near the boundary will support showers and storms with the threat of locally heavy rainfall. May 23rd to 27th. Here we are at the 23rd. The pattern doesn't change very much. We still have our trough here, trough down here. Above normal heights, here's our ridge over the western Atlantic. And then we go through the days. We come to the 27th, and we don't see much of a change. And we look at the rest of the models. They're in good agreement. We look at the European weeklies. It shows generally the same. So for this forecast period, I'm forecasting above normal, near to above normal temperatures for much of the nation. Forecast anomalies 2 to 4 to possibly 6 degrees above normal will be possible, and the highest anomalies will be in the west. For precipitation, forecasting above normal precipitation here and for this region and for here, and the probability of occurrence is 45%, and then we have below normal precipitation forecast for portion of the northwest, and for the northeast, probability of occurrence is 35%. May 28th and June 1st. Here are the 28th. The flow remains unchanged except that we see some weakening of these negative height anomalies, and that would be evident of a negative EPO, but we still have a trough here, trough centered here in the west, above normal heights across much of the nation. And then we go to the end of the period. This is what we find. Maybe a tendency for a trough here, but that's the GFS. But as we look at the rest of the models, they're keeping it generally above normal heights across much of the nation. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures from the plains to the Pacific coast, with the numbers of 48 degrees above normal, near normal elsewhere. And for precipitation, I'm calling for near to below normal precipitation for the western states. Probability of occurrence is 35%, and we have above normal precipitation for this region here. Probability of occurrence of 40%. Now we're going to talk about the tropics again. I think the tropics, this is just a hunch, I think the tropical season might get off to a fast start, and I'll show you what is being forecast. This is a GFS, and as we look more towards like Thursday period, we see this area here. We have low pressure here that a system or something might try to develop near the Yucatan, and will increase moisture across Florida and the Gulf Coast states over the Memorial Day weekend. So that's the GFS. And here the GEFS shows it plainly. Here's the center right here. So we might have a system developing here, spreading moisture, and this might have implications later on in the week further north. But this area needs to be watched. And as I look at, here's the European, this shows the moisture content. You see heavy precipitation here. And then we look at the GFS, shows even heavier precipitation, with the center is centered down here. But this needs to be watched as we head into the later part of next week. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for May 20th to June 1st. Thanks for coming to Jim on this World of Weather, and have a good day.